Big John, Big John.
Well, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. It's 2:40. Got up and looked outside, and it's nice out. I said, oh, I gotta go outside. So the plan for today, the first plan for today, is to take the big saw. I gotta run down there to the honey hole where me and Lester were cutting that clover, patch of clover that we were loading out of. There's actually a couple pieces of wood. I thought he was gonna go get them. Evidently he thought I was gonna go get them. The one's big enough that we can't pick it up. So we're gonna throw the bobcat in the back of the dump trailer with Clifford and go for a ride. We can throw the wood in the back of the truck. So first I gotta see if she's gonna start. She should. She should. Like a kitten. I'm sure he's going to want to go along, being he's outside. So we'll roll windows our way down for him. I need to mow where she's sitting anyway. I gotta get this door fixed. Problem is, in order to adjust the hinges on this door, I gotta take the front fender off. Whew. And I don't want to take the fender off of it. Guess I'm gonna have to though. Alright, let's get the ramps out. Ramps are out. Some things are heavy, but I guess that's a good thing though, especially putting the bobcat in and out of there. But I'm pretty sure the bucket's on the bobcat, so I'm gonna have to change that over to the grapple. That ain't good. Wiring staple. So yeah, there's the grapple. So we got to put that on. Glow plugs on a day like today. It worked. coupling right there and bleed some of the pressure off to be able to connect it. It can be a pain. It can be a pain. All right. All right. She's in. All right, we'll put the ramps away, close the end gate, and we'll be on the way. See you down there. Okay, made it down here. Clover's looking nice, but we got a pile of stuff right over there you can just barely see, and then a big old knob right there. I'm gonna have to go look at that and see if I'm gonna put it in the truck, take it home, and cut it up. I probably will. That's the nice thing about that split force that I've got now. Split fire. I can split stuff like that. So we'll get the bobcat unloaded. Ruckus is running around, and have to keep an eye on him, not let him get too far. He's a good boy though. So anyway, we'll get the bobcat unloaded and get this stuff cleaned up so that the owner doesn't get mad at us, so we can come back and cut later. Okay, just a small piece here. Well, 4 pieces, but that was it. So I talked to the owner and asked him if I could go walk around and maybe do a little mushroom hunting. He said, yeah, go ahead. I've never found any out there, but maybe since it was logged, it might be different. So we're gonna walk around a little bit and see what we can see. Well, that was a no-go. I think the woods is actually too wet for mushrooms to grow. And there is a ton of ground cover growing already. So yeah, like he said he'd never had any luck finding them in there. I can see why now. I was hoping that would dry out. Maybe this summer we could come over and cut. Boy, I don't know if we'll even be able to do that. We might have to wait till next winter till it freezes. But anyway, Ruckus is all tuckered out. He's down in the ditch cooling off. He was running around like a dog. So we'll let him cool off a little bit, and then we'll get in the truck and head for home. Get this stuff unloaded. All right, well, like I said, Ruckus was in the ditch down there, so I got his pool out and filled her full of 54-degree water. Is it cold? He wants to lay down, but it's too cold right now. And I'm out here screwing around with this pool, getting the water off the cover so we can get the cover off of it so we can see what it looks like. So I just got a siphon 20 gallons off of here and got it over there. So what do? Use a piece of 1/2-inch conduit and an old chunk of no good garden hose. It wedges right in the flange here. It doesn't go in, but I can wedge it right in there. So I got it down there in the low spot and did a little sucking on the tube, and yeah, okay, we don't need to show that. Good boy, Ruckus. Oh, he's a little loose. Anyway, maybe when Tammy gets home, we'll peel this cover off. But I gotta go get the bobcat unloaded and get that wood out of the back of Clifford. So that's what's next on the agenda. All right, let's see if we can get this stuff out of here. All right, well, I was able to get him without having to get out of here. So that's cool. I see Tammy's home. Go check in with her. Well, Ruckus got in his pool and he squatted down, just about got his cojones in the water and said, nope, still too cold. But he stood in there and got a drink, and Max got a drink. But look at this. Almost all the water's out. So we are going to attempt to take this cover off, see what she looks like. So we got to cut all this plastic film, undo the twine around these 4x4s or 5x5s or whatever, get them out of there, start untying jugs. I'll put you somewhere. All right, cover's over there. Look at this. We got one pile of stuff. I'm sure there was a hole in the tarp there from one of them 4x4s, and it just a little bit of dirt trickled down in there. But other than that,
looks like a little dirt, and it grew a little algae right there, but that ain't nothing to clean up.
yeah, she
Compared
looks.
to what I had last year, good lord.
She looks really nice. We lost a bunch of water though, didn't we?
3 inches. Well, that's about where it should be. 3
Is it?
inches below the eye.
That's okay.
But you know, when the wind was blowing, it was splashing.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as there's no hole, not good.
All right. Well, that went better than I planned.
Have to come out, take a pad, scour around the edge.
Use the wind to our advantage. Well, I guess I get the bobcat back out and run it over here, pick all these 4x4s up. All these jugs, drain all these jugs. Some of them got rocks in them. I think the ones with the rocks in them we actually put under the steps. That one's full of rocks, that one's full of rocks. I think there's 3. Oh, I carried it over there to set it on the tarp. So the tarp's all but dry on the top. So we'll flip it over here in a little while and get her good and dry on the bottom. Fold her up. So yeah, I think there's a hole right there. Yeah, that's it, Ruckus. Thanks for showing everybody. That hole right there is where that dirt fell through and made that pile over there. That's the only place. Alrighty. Okay, went in and grabbed a sandwich, some coleslaw, and a bag of Cheetos, actually. So we just came out here and rolled the tarp over, let it dry on the bottom side. Of course, as soon as we started messing with it, the wind kicked up. You could probably hear the wind noise. Anyway, I gotta go out and put the ramps back in the dump trailer and close the end gate. And I don't know, we'll see. Something else. Maybe I'll go in and it'll be 7 o'clock here real quick. I just go in and relax. Come out, fold that tarp up a little later. Maybe the window light down. It starts to get dark out. We'll see. Don't let me forget to use it. Lock the handle. I always forget to lock the handle, move the handle to lock the ramps in. I shouldn't say always, but it's happened. I'm glad these store underneath because they're heavy. I'd hate to have to pick them up and hang them on the side like some trailers do. Those springy legs. Those spring legs. Yep. He's a good boy. Yep, all right. Goofball. Anybody looking for a little Ford tractor? Well, 8N. Thinking about getting rid of it. 12-volt conversion. Little push bumper. No Sherman transmission. Straight 4-speed. I don't know. If you do, hit me up.